Thanks, Sasha Via here, coming at you with a new video, and I just want to say Happy New Year's Eve to all of you. I hope this year has been good to you all. My year was challenging to say the least. I'm not going to get too much into that. If you know, you know. If you don't, well, yeah, I'm not gonna air my dirty laundry on my channel. Who do you think I am, Keemstar? Nah. Um. So even though that it is a Sonic Tuesday video, I figure we would mix that concept with just the overall plans for 2025 for the channel, and kind of look back at 2024. So let me just first by saying this is that if you're new here, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and hit that bell button if you're new here. So at the Game Awards, they announced a new Sonic game, instantly making my video outdated a little bit because I said that you know they could announce a new game in 2025. Although they could still have something that they're hiding. But yeah, thanks Sega. Thanks for yet again making it to where my video is kind of outdated. But in all seriousness though, it's fine. I mean, at the end of the day, it is a prediction video. It's not like I, you know, looked at leaks about that new Sonic Racing game being announced. Which all I gotta say is I find it interesting how the trailer features Shadowed in it, which fits the theme of this year, with it being the year of Shadow. Um, so far, there's not much that we know of. It's I forgot what the name of it is actually. I'm sure Mizu will post them down here, but I think it's Sonic Racing Cross Dimensions, something along those lines. I don't remember. Um, and who knows what that means? Is it going to be like a big Sonic multiverse thing? That'd be kind of cool. Imagine a racetrack based on the movies, or like a racetrack based on Boom, or a racetrack. I doubt they would ever do this. I don't freaking care how much people get sick of me of saying this, but it would be cool if there was a racetrack based on the Archie comics. Because at the end of the day, I still like the Archie comics. I don't give a crap who freaking worked on them. That was a big part of my early Sonic fandom. And yes, I do prefer them over the IDW comics. And I will stay on this hill with saying that. You know, the IDW might be canon, but the Archie comics I feel was a lot more fun and a lot more, adventurous, and in some cases even more mature. Um, but we're not here talking about the Archie comics. Now are we? No, we're not. And so yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to see more from this game. Um, I'm not expecting nothing too crazy with this game. I'm not expecting like a Sonic Frontiers 2 announcement. Although, if like I said in that video, if we do get something from it, it's probably going to be a tease of it that it's in development and all that. Um, if I said Sonic Forces 2, I meant Sonic Frontiers 2. And so, yeah, just so that people know my thoughts. Sonic 3 was absolutely amazing. Definitely my favorite out of the trilogy. Ironically, where it stands right now is that the movies kind of parallel the games of my favorites. Um, when it, I'm not going to spoil anything for you all, so let's get into the channel in 2024. This channel in 2024 has been super. It's been a little bit rough since I feel like I'm not going anywhere on this channel. Um, but I do realize that it could be my content because I do similar stuff to any other Sonic channel. I need to stand out. There's no difference between what I do compared to um, some other voice acting channels out there. So I definitely need to find a way to stand out, which I am already starting to do that. I will explain more soon. Um, I wasn't able to meet my goal of 2,000 subs, which is it's whatever, you know. I'm hoping in 2025 I'll reach there and maybe even get higher. And I will say this much: my heart at times definitely wasn't really in it. Um, because naturally with what I've been going through outside of doing YouTube, it has been a little rough. I'm hoping 2025 isn't as challenging, but I'm not going to put that out in the universe because unfortunately, a lot of the stuff that has affected 2024 is also going to bleed into 2025. So who knows what will happen in 2025? Luckily, my 2025 is mapped out with some good stuff happening. Um, Mizuki, my girlfriend, which right now you guys are probably seeing her stream on screen right now. She's currently playing Shell Generations, although at the time you all see this, she probably isn't streaming anymore, obviously. And so she is going to try and come up the weekend before her birthday, as long as nothing crazy happens with her dad, because her dad is facing some serious health stuff. Um, and then in March, I'm going to be going to that convention, hopefully with my nephew, although he's more like a little brother. I mean, I'm going to be going regardless, but I think it would be cool if me and him went together. And then in May, I'm going to be seeing ACDC live, so I'm looking forward to that immensely. Um, so that's really all that's planned out when it comes to like big things and all that. You know, um, in terms of personal goals, I'm definitely going to start taking care of myself more. I'm definitely going to start, you know, having a balance of helping others, but also making sure that my mental health is intact, which I've already started doing. Um, stuff like that. I mean, I don't believe in I don't believe in New Year resolutions or the whole New Year, new me crap because most of 9 times out of 10, people always break their resolutions. Um, so yeah, let's get into the stuff I have planned for the channel. I'm currently starting to write my first review. As I said, it's been taking a while because I've been going through a little bit of some minor mental stuff. I've also been going through a little bit of writer's block because I've never written a script before. And I'm also doing this to get into practice when I start writing the show that I want to do. Um, so just so people know, just so people know what it is, it's actually going to be a review and a retrospective on Sonic 4 Episode 1, which means yes, I will be doing Episode 2 as well. Because I feel like with those games just being four levels, um, I figure it would be a lot more easier for me to review. And I pretty much already have my thoughts on those games. I just have to get it written. But the longest part is like researching the history of the development of the game. So I'm going super in depth with this. That's one of the biggest benefits of streaming or recording gameplay stuff. Either it's on YouTube or Twitch or even TikTok. Is that I have access to all these different Sonic game videos I play to where you know I don't have to go to someone else's channel and ask for permission to use their gameplay video and then credit them. At least this way, it's all me. I don't have to worry about that stuff because I'm definitely DIY. As I said, it's that punk rock mentality to where I prefer doing stuff myself. Giving editing control to my girlfriend is probably the one thing I'm glad I did because you can tell the difference between when I'm editing a video and when she's editing a video. Now there has been times that the audio that when she's editing them, she always puts the audio too quiet. When the whole point of certain videos you have to hear them, but the whole point of a content creator and their editor, I have to voice what I want. She's not a mind reader. She may know me very well, but she may not know exactly what I want. And anyways, getting back to the point here. So after I get these two games done, I do know that I'm going to stick with Sonic games for a little bit in terms of reviewing, and then I want to start reviewing some other games from other franchises. What that be, I don't know yet. Because I know that I'm a Sonic tuber, but it's not just Sonic that I play. I play other stuff as well. And if it's one of those cases where like if I put out a Super Mario World review video, and if it doesn't do well, then well I'll put it up on the DDC channel. Because that's a good thing about having multiple channels is that if something doesn't work on one channel, I can put it up on the other channel and maybe it'll do better. Some other goals I have is if I can get access to my computer again, I will start dabbing into VTubing, which means there's going to be some live streams of Sonic and Shadow. Now, unlike other channels that has a Sonic VTuber model or a Shadow VTuber model, to where they just use their normal voice for it, I'm going to be voice acting them for a whole stream. Of course, I'm going to have to put that I'm not affiliated with Sega because they have their own VTuber models. But, it's a way for me to do more with the channel and really grow. That'll also mean with the reaction videos, it will actually be me reacting. You guys will be able to see my facial expressions. You guys will be able to, it'll be a bit more like, it'll be more, I think it'll be better overall for the channel health because my channel still exists in that 2017, 18, 19 YouTube space to where, having react rooms was the thing. When you had people like Gurku and Coy McLeod and Divine Malzar and CL Dark Rose being a large part of the voice acting kind of creator community. And I only mention them. I know there were others at the time that exist. I only mention them because they are the ones that I have crossed paths with. I don't really talk to any of them anymore. And I don't really have talked to Koi except for on YouTube, on Twitter. So that's one thing I have planned. The other thing I've planned is I want to start trying to really get the interview series going. And I already know the first person I want to bring on because I think it would be fun to have him on. I want to bring in the guy that cosplays Robotnik on YouTube. and just do it as Sonic, and have Mizu there as Tails, and just troll the living out of him, like troll the living heck out of him. I think that would be very fun to do, and I would have to specify that I'm not wanting to do this because of the quote unquote clout. I would have to specify that I want to do this because I actually want to do this. Because the bad thing about bigger YouTubers is that they're weird about smaller channels asking them to collaborate, which to me, I've always viewed it a little bit hypocritical because it's like, well, you used to be a small channel too, so what gives? Um, Even though that I understand why, I don't think it's necessary because the whole point of a collaboration is that you're going to get some new audience members regardless. So I don't see why bigger YouTubers set the benchmark of, okay, well, we will only collaborate with you if you have these many subs. And it's like, well, what if they never get there? Um, and I'm gonna try and reach out to Ryan Drummond because I want to get him on. And the big goal for that is to eventually, once I interview all the different Sonics individually, I want to do a Sonic into the Sonic Verse style. And then eventually, when I have all the shadows on, on my channel as an interview, then I want to do one with all the shadows. And I will find a way. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. This is a big freaking goal. It may not happen. I'm gonna try and get Keanu. Because it would be weird doing those sort of things and not having, the people that voiced the movie versions of them. That is definitely a big goal. That may not happen, but at the end of the day, whether Keanu or any of the people that voiced the characters in the movies. Of course, Colleen knows because she voices Tails in the games. The fact of the matter is, you're now a part of this franchise, and there's going to be a lot of channels out there that probably is having the same idea as me. I'm not the only one out there that's probably going to find a way to interview Keanu or Ben Schwartz. Um, and I think it would be cool to get Jim Carrey to interview him. I mean, again, too, like a lot of these things may not happen, but it's good to set goals. I do know it's going to be easy getting some of the various shows, voice actors and actresses, and the games and all that. It's just the big prize is getting the various movie cast on. Now that would be cool. And then, of course, the various musicians. I started off big by interviewing Johnny Gioeli, which I need to do my follow up interview with him, considering this a certain song that's in Sonic Movie 3. Um, I mean that's not really spoiling anything. We already knew Live and Learn was going to be inside Movie 3 anyways. Um, but you know, if the editor wants to bleep that out, she can. I don't know why it would need to be bleeped out when that's common information. So, some other goals I have, I want to start doing animations. I do know one of these months I'm going to sit down and talk to Mizu and discuss, hey, why don't we start putting some funds back so we can hopefully start finding people to help us out with skits I want to write. Because with these little moves I'm making, like with the script writing for review videos, it will lead to me being able to write for the skits I want to do. It will also lead to me being able to write scripts for the show I want to do. That's kind of the big goal. I'm pretty much using this is gonna sound so messed up. Let me just preface this by saying this. I love Sonic the Hedgehog. I love the franchise. I love the fact that I am now a part of this franchise in a small way with being a content creator that's covering it and stuff. Even though that I'm not officially endorsed by Sega, would be nice. These are small. Eventually, Fang Slasher VA will eventually be doing original content. Eventually, and I mean, Sonic is always going to have a place on this channel. It's just going to be one of those things where I may not do it as much because my characters are way more important. Especially since I don't want them to be in my head when it's my time to go. I want these stories to be out there in the public. So that's my goal for 2025. One other goal I have plans for is hopefully recording more for the DDC channel. For those that don't know, me and Mizu have a hobby channel. It's called the Demonic Duo Collections. And I will be starting to do music stuff on here and on there. And I also have a TikTok. If you guys want to follow me on TikTok, then definitely go for it. All my links will be down below in the description of every place you can follow me at. Although we got to update it with adding my blue sky to it, though. But anyways, guys, that's it for this video. I hope you all enjoy it. Have a fantastic start to your new year. I'll be seeing you all in the next one. Later.